Well, hey there, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so Miss Amberlynn, she's been getting it hard over on YouTube. So she took to her Instagram and she wanted to get a little bit of love fest and reinforcement over there. And it just so happens that I did my little screenshots of her Ask Me Anything, and I wanted to share them with you today so we can get a little kick out of them ourselves. So, how does that sound with for you? But I want to go ahead and just say one thing because we need to get this out of the way. Do you see this horse's butt on your screen? It's there for a reason. It's because he's full of crap, and so am I. This is for entertainment purposes only. And what I'm going to be doing is talking a lot of smack. And that's all I'm going to be doing. And if I fail to entertain you, I do apologize because I'm just on YouTube to have a little bit of fun. Now she's going to start us off pretty easy with, will you post weight loss vids again? Yes, and we know she's going to post those because that brings her in money, and that is also what her channel's about. Because even though she wants to say this isn't a weight loss channel, it actually is. We all know it, but she just doesn't lose the weight. Now we're really going to get that confidence up with this one. I love you, Amberlynn. Love you, and thank you everyone for the support lately. Because, like I said, she really needs some support, and she's not getting it on YouTube because everybody's seeing what's happening over here. We're just gonna just mix it all up here. BPD is a valid excuse for certain situations. As mental health professional, you're valid. Thank you, even when valid. I'm learning to take accountability. Amberlynn, taking accountability. You have to learn how to say I'm sorry. You do not say you're sorry. You have not said you're sorry to anyone. How do you take accountability when you refuse to say those words? That's just something you're going to have to learn to say in life, no matter if you want to or not. When will you be back on YouTube? Miss your vids. I'm posting on the 24th. I'll be revealing what the future of my channel will look like. Well, considering the past and how many times she has decided that she was going to change her channel around and try something new here and there, this is just an ongoing thing. It's a carousel and a roller coaster. So I would say it's going to change for a little bit and then it's going to go right back to what it is. Because Amberlynn cannot stick to her word. But if she does this time, yeah, it's going to really surprise me. Like I said, I don't think she's going to. Will you continue to advocate for your mental illness even though the BPD shaming? I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, Amberlynn. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. You need to leave things like that up to a professional. You have mentioned so many times that you got the C word because Beck did not care enough to force you to get yourself looked at. You blamed your C word on Beck, and that was 100% not Beck's fault. You never went to the doctor to get yourself checked up. You never went to a yearly visit. You waited until it got as bad as it was. So, do you think you're the one that needs to be given any kind of advice on anything? No, I do not believe so. What did you eat today? Rice, beans, quesadilla, corn on the cob, chicken. I don't know why you chose this question. Yeah, I don't know why you're answering this question, but obviously you wanted something easy and you're trying to make a point with it. And so, like I said, I don't know. You want to show that you're eating some kind of protein? I don't know, Amberlynn. I don't understand what the food has to do with anything. How are you ever going to recover from the betrayal of your trust? It's insane. Never. I will not trust another person again. That's where you messed up, Amberlynn. Don't say never. You can't say never. You can think right now in the moment that you are not going to trust somebody again. But you are you trying to say you don't trust your mom? Is that what you're trying to say? Because you're saying that you will never trust another person. Okay? So if your aunt walked back into your life, you wouldn't trust her? I mean, that's the point I'm trying to make is you cannot use a word like that because you never know who's going to walk into your life and you're going to miss out on good people if you're going to live by that word. Are you going to unblock Jordy on Insta? No, I've completely erased him from my life. I haven't watched him in months and don't need his Instagram following me. I'm good. You know you're not good. You know you sneak around. You get in chats. You know you watch them. You know you do all of that because you want to see what somebody's saying about you. You have to know what people are talking about. You have to know what certain channels are saying. You're just like that. You don't want to be talked bad about, but you know you're being talked bad about. It's just one of those things you're going to have to put up with, Amberlynn, and you know it. Don't you think building Legos would be better than buzzballs? Haven't had a buzzball in months. Built some Lego today. And if you don't know what a buzzball is, it's an alcoholic drink. And she sometimes gets a hold of them and she likes to go live, especially when she's alone. And yeah, it's just a fun time when she decides she's going to do that because you never know what she's going to say, what she's going to do. She doesn't watch herself very well when she decides to push that button and start talking. What you're going through is beyond traumatic. I truly hope life will be nicer to you. Thank you. With time, it'll happen. According to you, you're not going to be happy again. You're not going to trust anybody. You're just going to sit in your room and sulk or in your house and sulk. That's according to you. And we all know that you're lying. That's not what's going to happen. So, right now, you're having a pity party on Insta. And that's why I'm saying this because you want an echo chamber. You want somebody to build you up. Because, on, like I said, on YouTube, you're being knocked down by Destiny, by Beck. You're being knocked down by reaction channels. You are just being knocked down in the dirt. Amber, no one is shaming your BPD. Not engaging in triggering content isn't very helpful either. Yes, there are people shaming my BPD to say, quote unquote, no one is a complete lie. Hey, Amberlynn, no one and never. You can't argue those two. You really can't. Because, and you have said you don't know if it's BPD or narcissism. You just said that in your last one. So you need to go get yourself diagnosed or something so you won't be confusing yourself every time you look in that mirror. I believe that you are in the right. All of the people coming after you right now are money hungry. Thank you. How? How are they money hungry? Beck went to another channel to tell their side of a story that you accused them of and didn't make a penny off of it. Beck also said over and over and over, do not talk about me. You monetized Beck's name and you monetized Destiny for years. So now they're doing it to you. You can't really say anything, Amberlynn. Fair is fair. This is another one of those throwaway comments or questions that really don't mean anything. She's wasting your time and wasting ours is what she's doing. She just don't want to answer certain ones, so why not just throw you off? Taco Bell or homemade tacos? Homemade. The problem is she doesn't get up and make them. She orders them out. And then what she does is she'll get like those Dorito tacos and she will empty out all of the inside and only eat the shells. So when she says homemade, she doesn't really mean that. It amazes me how strong you are. Been through so much, yet still here. So beyond proud of you. Thank you. I told you she needed to be lifted up right now. Amberlynn goes through and chooses which answers she wants to answer or which questions she wants to answer. And right now, she needs every positive one that she can possibly get because she is not getting anything positive after listening to Destiny and Beck. There is nothing out there because everybody is hearing exactly how she is behind the scenes. How can you like your mama when they've been laughing about kicking and kickling a cat? I found out about that today with the rest of you, and my heart dropped to the floor. I no longer like your mama because that is without a doubt the most awful thing to do. It makes me sick to my stomach. And your mama was one of those that she listened to and she watched and she had nothing negative to say about him. And now then all of a sudden she changed, but look at what she did to her cat. I'm not standing up for anybody. I don't really care what it comes to that. I'm just doing my own thing over here on Amberlynn. And so It's just kind of funny how we just got done answering a bunch of questions and now we're asking these questions and it's total 180. How does it feel to be the main character in so many people's lives? Girl, you better work. It's exhausting. LOL. Oh, no, it's not. Look at how many people draw interest into Amberlynn. Look at how many people now know who Amberlynn is. And so there are people that will go, okay, I want to see just one video for myself without anybody, interrupting it. And then they get to go watch one video of Amberlynn and go, okay, well, she is that boring without somebody, giving their 2 cents, somebody that actually knows Amberlynn giving their 2 cents. It's actually, she gets a couple of views that way. So it's not exhausting for Amberlynn. She needs to look at different sides of the clock. Girl, stop talking is the best. I do really like you, and I understand your side of things. Stop talking, not happening. There were too many times where my silence made rumors true. I'm no longer going to let that happen. And too many times where I let people just bully me without standing up for myself. I deserve better. I deserve to have a voice. Period. Why are you getting so daggum grumpy with somebody? You need to treat people better. You need to treat people with respect, especially if you're telling them to ask you a question and they ask you a question. I do not give two rats booties. You need to be nicer to people. You asked, or you told, they asked. And you know what? You do need to then just hush your mouth. You need to stop talking. You just need to go to bed. That's what you need to do. Go to bed. Gonna respond to Destiny and Bex said because they dragged you to heck and alive. There was zero dragging. 9-year-old text of me being hurt isn't dragging. They looked pathetic. Well, didn't you bring out a bunch of text? Isn't that what you did? I think you you bring out a bunch and you were showing off your stuff. But it's okay for you to throw off your stuff, but it's not okay for somebody else to throw out theirs. Well, how fair is that, Amberlynn? I don't think that's very fair whatsoever at all. So you can't say anything. Now, can you? Y'all, she's allowed to speak. This is her life. Let her speak on it. Exactly. Clap, clap, clap. She is speaking on it. She's got a YouTube channel. What do you think she does on her YouTube channel? She speaks. She tells her side of things. She posts her life. She decides to do that. She decides to open her mouth on what she wants to open her mouth about. That's all on her. She's an adult. She's grown. You got to let her take some responsibility as well. She can't always be protected on whichever social media site she's on at that moment. Insta can go over to YouTube and YouTube can go over to Insta. Those crowds can mix. Used to be a hater, but the crap they pile on you is too much. Supporting you. Greatly appreciated. Yep. See, she just needed that backup. She needed somebody on her side. But you know what, Amber? Saved on your own two feet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a hater can turn and a non-hater can turn as well. Because most of the time, people watched you and watched you and watched you and they didn't see it. And then one time they saw one thing you did and it's like, oh no, this don't make sense. Why is that happening like this? What is she doing? And then the next time watched a little bit closer and as you started doing things, the more they watched, the more they realized, hey, things just aren't right. And then that's when they started watching reaction channels and more started to get pointed out because community will sometimes come together in the comment section under the reaction channel. That's why most or some reaction channels, they like the comment section because you never know what you're going to find down there. But Amber, you leave that part alone, don't you? Because you always say you have too many haters in there. Don't allow this moment in your life to define you. You are strong and will persevere. I won't be diminished to any of this. There's so much good in me. With healing and DPD therapy, I'll be better. Okay, then get off of Instagram and go be better. Get off of YouTube and go be better. You said you were going to take a break. Okay, take your break. But why'd you get on Members Live? Okay, take a break. But you're on Insta. Okay, take a break. You also went on just a plain live because you said that it was for people that couldn't, afford your membership. and then you went on live again. So you're not really taking a break. You said you're going to take a break, but you didn't really take a break. So the only thing you did was not upload blogs. So what you're saying, it ain't making much sense, Miss Amber. How do you have the restraint to not reveal all the tea you have on your exes? Because I know for a fact that I will feel a lot worse doing that than not doing it. We all have our demons. I just don't think it's right to put people on blast like that. What happened in private and what was revealed in vulnerable times where you felt you could trust your partner, that all should stay there. Malarkey. You like to turn things around on people. I got this on you. I got this on you. And then you'll accidentally let it slip. It's an accident. You didn't mean to let it slip, but somehow or another it slips. And that's what happens all the time with you. So, do you really have stuff that, you keep private to yourself? Because look at how many people are calling you out. I mean, you told stuff to Alexis. Alexis is sharing everything. Everything that you share, they share. And then if they're not sharing something, you turn around and you share it saying, oh, yeah, Alexis told me this. So none of this makes sense, Amberlynn. You influenced me into doing Lego. Hate and love you for that. Oh, heck yeah. Have fun. Okay, well, you know what? Adults do Legos, kids do Legos. I mean, if that's what they want to do, there's some cool Legos out there. I'm not going to knock it. Do what makes you happy, whatever that may be. B and D's video just shows that they sucked as partners and as people LMAO didn't help them. No one is perfect, but the more they share, the more I realized I was being used. Really, Amberlynn? You were the one being used? How? Can you go into explanation on that since you chose this question to answer? Yeah, you could go into explanation and say how you were being used because you called on them to do a lot of things for you that quit their job for you so they could be there for you 24/7. So, how did they use you? Zachary Michael isn't on a break. He just had a migraine. No, he's on a break, hun. He always is when I don't post. You see, this isn't fair, Amberlynn. It's not. Other people are allowed to have their own mental issues. You're not the only one on this planet that's allowed to. Quit being so selfish. Don't be like that. There's no point in you being like that. You know he is going through some things as well. Let him have his peace. Leave him alone. Don't message him. Don't talk about him. You leave him alone. He's not bothering you right now. You don't bother him. Keep his name out of your mouth for right now. He's keeping your name out of his. Just stop. You don't have to act like this right now. BPD is a reason, not an excuse. You need to apologize for whatever you do during a BPD moment, which you don't. Yes, I do. I always apologize for what I do during a BPD moment. You aren't in my life, so you wouldn't know. Yep, we just see you almost every single time you vlog. Or you're vlogging one day and you're splitting it up and just changing your clothes. Is that what you're doing? Or how are you vlogging since we don't see you? Um, you're kind of getting yourself in trouble, Amberlynn. You're telling on yourself again. You see what I mean? You're not being very smart when you're doing these. You need to start picking better questions. Round up anyone's exes, and there would be a lot of shite to talk about. Exes are usually bitter, literally. Oh, really, Amberlynn? I remember somebody moving in a new wifey while Beck was still in the house. You remember that? Beck was trying to get out of the house as fast as possible. But I think at the time somebody was sitting on the couch right before the wifey got there and was saying, "How dare you break off our engagement? It's all your fault. Why would you do that?" And Beck just took it. So who was bitter there? Beck, or was that Amberlynn that was bitter? Let's think about that one. Not a question, but you deserve better. Been watching you for 5 years. Love you so much. I appreciate the support more than you know. Thank you. Yeah, I watched for years too. Once soon maybe they'll see a little bit of something in Amberlynn, and then it'll be like, okay, Like I said, it only takes one little thing. That's all it takes. And then you'll just start seeing another little thing. And then those little things just all add up. There's a reason why there are so many reactors to Amberlynn. There's a reason why there's an Amberverse. There is a reason why. And if you add them all up, you don't have that many people talking about you unless you do something bad. Where did Zachary Michael say about his break? I missed it. I've had a few people message me about it. I just went and looked at his YouTube. He hasn't said anything on there, which is ironic because he would always complain about me not posting on YouTube to let people know that I'm taking a break. Rules for me, not for thee. I might have already said this one, but I'll go ahead and tell you that Zach has already gone on his YouTube here recently and let everybody know exactly not what was happening, but that he was going to take a break. And Amberlynn needs to leave him alone. She needs to just hush her mouth and leave him alone. There's no point in this. He's leaving her alone. She needs to leave him alone at this point. He did what he said he was going to do. So that needs to end. Amberlynn, be a good girl. Be the bigger person now. Be a big girl, and you'll get through this. Is it not exhausting to believe you're never the problem? Oh, I've been the problem. If you think I'm saying I haven't, you are hearing me at all. No, you're not saying you're the problem, but they got that right. We aren't hearing you at all because you're not saying anything at all about you being the problem, Amberlynn. Say the word sorry. My bad. It's my fault. I did it to Beck. I did it to Destiny. I did it to Crystal. I did it. I am my fault. All by myself. You got to say words like that. You can't just say, oops, no, I said the wrong thing. They're talking about me. You can't do things like that. And you can't give a blanket thing of, I'm sorry about everything. Because Amberlynn can mean, I'm sorry that I gave you $10. That's what Amberlynn can do. And that's just pettiness in Amberlynn, that's just how she is. Not Zachary Michael going on an internet break when you're on a break. Didn't I tell you? Woman, why did you pick the same question over and over and over again? Why? It's the same question, just a different form. It's just the same question. It's about Zachary Michael and him not being on YouTube. Why? We got the point the first time. We got the point the second time. So now you're going to ask it the third time? Or you're going to allow somebody to ask it? Or no, I think I got it right. You ask it. You answer it. Yeah, we got it, Amberlynn. Believe it or not, we got some common sense over here. We do. I think my cats would know you if they met you in person. Always see you on my TV. LOL. Aw, that's so cute. Hmm. Oh, Miss Amberlynn. It's not a good thing for people to actually have you on their TV all the time, but people can only warn other people so many times before they have to learn for themselves. So I'm not saying that kitty cats aren't cute. I'm not saying that whatsoever at all. But you pretty much got your cats learning somebody else's voice. My animals don't know anybody else's voice because I keep earphones in all the time because I'm always outside doing something. I'm not in my house all the time like Miss Amber is. So yeah, Amberlynn, walk out the door. It'll shut behind you. It'll be okay because if as long as you don't lock it, you can go right back in. But you need to get outside just a time or two because you're starting to lose it. Hey guys, if y'all know the whole washcloth thing, I was being nice. I wasn't going to say where the good Lord you because too many people would go after that washcloth thing. And if you don't know the washcloth thing, just ask me in the comments and I'll help you with it. Watching anything on Netflix at the moment? Netflix? No. Hulu? Yes. I don't like commercials. I don't like the commercials whatsoever at all. I can't stand commercials. So my Hulu has commercials. But Amberlynn, I thought she used to watch Netflix. But that's what I'm saying. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. She said she doesn't really watch TV. That's what she said. She says she plays her game, or she does Legos, or she writes in her journal, or she doodles. Usually she says, I don't watch that much TV. So we done caught her in a lie. Lyra has entered the building. Wait, Lyra has been in the building. She doesn't walk outside. Have you been journaling recently? You made me start, and it helps so much. Yes, I've been journaling a lot. She's been journaling for a long time, from what she says. I don't know what she does with the journals after she gets done with them. Sometimes, one point she said she kept them. Another point she said she got rid of them. I mean, some point she said she had way too many to keep. She just changes her story so many times. But if she's using a full journal in like 2 days or 3 days, imagine the stacks that she has. Just, I mean, imagine that is a lot. There's got to be a stack going to her ceiling if she ain't doing something with them. That's craziness. Okay, this one is a doozy. Did you ask for an apple that one time or two chips? Right. Amber Lynn ordered out, okay? And she happened to get a sandwich and two chips, and she got the wrong sandwich, and two chips were delivered. And she looked at the camera and she just, in just a little phony way, said, "Oh man, I got 2 bags of chips. I didn't, where's my apple?" I ordered an apple, guys. And like I said, she got the wrong sandwich too. So she got the wrong order. So now and then with them asking, did you ask for an apple that one time? She says yes. She's been saying forever, yes, they got the order wrong. They got the order wrong. And people ask, why did you eat it then? She said, oh, because it was there. It's like, well, if they got your order completely wrong, you're not supposed to eat it. So is she going to tell the truth about the apple after all these years? No, she wouldn't tell the truth if she hasn't this entire time. Why would she start now? I need to start leaving my bloopers in here. I'm telling you, you would hear so many sounds you don't even know. I miss when you were more open and yourself. Will your YouTube ever get back to that? If I'm being honest, it feels like the spirit has completely left me. It's a really sad feeling. The happy Amber Lynn, the bubbly and positive side of me is lost. Bull larky. Nope. Mm-mm. There's gonna be this girl that pops up somewhere, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, yep." You're just gonna be all happy. And there are times whenever you are in your online meeting, your live stream, it's more like a job to you than anything. So you're online and you'll start texting somebody else or messaging somebody else and not even paying attention. So, yeah, then you were kind of what, dating Tommy without everybody knowing, and you were just fine. If Tommy asked you to get back with him, you trying to say that you wouldn't be your bubbly, happy self again? Yeah, I don't believe anything you say, Miss Amberlynn. Stop taking the high road, take the back alley, and expose them just like they have you. I get that's what a lot of people want me to do, but I genuinely would not be happy with myself if I did that. Oh, bullarky. If you could expose everything of them with them, you would. Hmm. They just have a lot more receipts that are coming out, and there's some of them you can't refute, and you don't know how to go about refuting them. So you're kind of stuck with them, and you're just hoping this will pass by because, what's hot today may not be hot tomorrow. And that's just the truth of it. Some people forget. You have people that remember the past, and some people that just come in brand new and they forget. So that could be something that Emerlyn waits on because the new crowd might not know anything about it. It's a possibility. It's always a possibility. You never know. Woohoo, guys! Believe it or not, the pity party is over. We made it to our last one. Look at that. Y'all did so good. I'm proud of you. You made it all the way through. Give yourself a hand. Go ahead, give yourself a hand. You deserve it after all that. Well, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end our time with Amberlyn on this because that was a lot for you, right? That was a whole lot because you had to get in the mind of Amberlyn and you had to think like Amberlyn for a moment because you just had to sink down for a little bit and get in your gut and just, make sure that you understood the pity that she wanted and understood what she was looking for out of her audience at the time. So I know that took a lot out of you. So I want to go ahead and say I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And I hope you remember to smile today or make somebody else smile because it really can make a difference. I hope y'all are enjoying these. I enjoy these. I really do because she always has a theme, but it's not like a theme, because she was throwing in pity there, and then she was like, okay, here's a touch of Zachary Michael. Y'all tell me how good I am and how much y'all appreciate me. Okay, here's a touch of Zachary Michael. Okay, y'all tell me how good I am. Here's the touch of Destiny and Beck. Did y'all notice that? Tell me how good I am, but yeah, I'm going to put a touch of this in there and a touch of that in there. She wasn't going to make it all negative. She wanted more positive. She was doing that stuff on purpose. Like I said, you had to sink down. You had to think about Amberlynn whenever you were doing it. So I want y'all to go ahead before I continue talking because that's what I like to do. So y'all go ahead and make sure you have a good one for me. Alrighty? Bye.